Hello and welcome to the December 2018 session of Watch Cheryl Scrap Live. Today is Monday, December the 10th, and I'm going to be scrapping a couple of pictures of my hot cocoa coffee beverage bar, whatever, along with using just Jaimee's December 2018 Storyteller collection. So, let us move along.
Oh, Kat says she can't have cocoa because she has a milk allergy. Can you have powdered milk, Kat, even with your milk allergy? Because I know for some people it's the lactose and the powdered milk doesn't have that. But I know other people it's not. I always wonder because allergies are so different.
Yeah, we use the little packets, and usually what
Mm-hmm.
I'll do is I'll use my tea kettle and do the water, and then on the stove I heat up milk, so you don't have to put milk in it. I know there are some hot cocos that are made with milk, the mixes themselves, so you have to be careful to watch that. But then for sweetener, I'll use a coffee creamer. I like coconut cream myself, but if I don't use that, then I'll just add marshmallows, and then I like mint, so the little candy canes for a stir make it really good.
Mm.
Yes.
She says, nope, she's a true allergy, but there's some out there if you can find the packets. She loves hot teas too, and if you put vanilla soy milk in English breakfast tea, it's caramel tasting.
Oh,
Hmm.
we use the lactose-free. Oh gosh, I can't remember the brand now. It's so good. I can't even tell the difference. Okay, so do y'all want to see me go through my supplies as I'm scrapping, or do you just want to see the screen? Sometimes I don't know what people prefer. Everybody has a different
I'm
preference.
watching. Hi, Bev and Lisa. We had two more sneak in. So, Sharon, is it Adobe is the whole new setup venue that you were saying you haven't seen the setup? Sharon has no opinion.
Okay.
I like to see the page. But that's just me. I don't
Right.
need to see the supplies. It makes me feel bad that mine is not set up that
Okay.
way. This broadcasting place method. So the Adobe Connect room. I should have been more
Right.
specific. How much Adobe are we using tonight?
Okay.
Lisa
So
says she's good with skipping supplies. Bev says just the
awesome.
page. So just the
All right.
page.
So here we go. We're going at it.
Adobe owns me too, Sharon, except, well, no, sort of in mobile apps. I don't like the Lightroom app, but I really like their Avery app. So, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay, now I'm just using my rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to use Control J to just make a copy of that selection. So that's my pair of scissors, so to speak.
Google owns me. Amazon is losing me. I sold my Echo. Did I tell you that, Cheryl?
Did you went to Google?
Yeah, we got a little. I bought Nick a Google Mini for like Father's Day, I think it was.
Hmm.
And we just like it so much better than the Echo. And it doesn't hurt that we subscribe to Google Music and not Amazon's music, but even when we tried their free trial, we just liked the Google better. So the time came, so we sold the Echo, and then Christmas is coming, and so were a couple other things.
Mm,
But I have a child sitting across the room, so
yes, I understand what you're saying.
I can't be too specific.
No, you cannot.
Plus,
Um,
Spotify had a deal where you could get a Google Home for like $1. So we bought one through them too.
oh, nice.
I know.
Well, I had to get a new phone,
Oh no.
Yes, my Moto Z Force, the one that I bought because I wanted to get that Hasselblad camera that, it was a mod that you
Uh-huh.
attach to the back of the camera, which I never bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just started shutting off and turning back on and
Oh
shutting off and turning back on and shutting off and turning back on. And it did it back when my grandma was sick, and then it got its mind right, but then right before Thanksgiving, it just decided that it was done. And
no. It got its mind right.
yeah, it was done. And so I went to Verizon and I got the Google Pixel 3, the XL.
Ooh.
It's absolutely amazing. So I applaud you on your switch over to Google because I'm in love with the phone. But then I saw the day after that the phone was going to be on sale for Black Friday for $400 off.
Oh no.
And I contacted the salesperson that helped me, a really nice guy, and he said, "Yeah, come on in on Friday at 6:30 when the rush is down and we'll get you taken care of." And he did.
Good.
It was an absolutely amazing experience. If anybody has any issues with service providers, there's just one where it actually turned out good. So,
I walked away from the big carriers and I've been loving it. So it's kind of nice. It's funny
yeah.
how much service matters.
Yeah, well, it does around here because a lot of times you don't get good service if you don't
Oh
have
no, completely.
yeah.
Oh, but I meant more like customer service,
Oh, yeah.
not even just like getting the service to your phone, but actually the customer service. I have a Moto S5, Bev. I actually bought it for the camera because I couldn't afford a Google Pixel. I wanted one, but I was like, I just can't justify that right now.
Yeah. With the $400 off, though, I was like,
Oh yeah, totally.
oh, yes, you are mine. You are mine.
Aw, her kids got it for her birthday back in June. That's awesome. Yeah, I was not searching for phones. I was searching for phones in like June or something, like nowhere near any sale dates. So it sucked. I was like, yep, nothing's on sale.
Well, I was willing to do it um, even without the sale price.
Hmm.
One, because I was kind of over a barrel at that point. Um, I had to have something, and
Yeah.
it was like going to be like $100 difference or something. So I was like, okay, well, I'm in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. It
So,
is pretty fast and slick, Sharon. She likes the way you use the rectangular marquee and then the Control J delete.
yeah, it's quick. Quick, quick.
It is pretty quick, especially as you get the shortcuts down and you're just like boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom. Boom,
boom, boom,
boom.
boom.
Oh, aren't these cute?
I really like the little doodles,
The
like the little cups.
doodles, the
You
doodles.
said this is just Jamie's Christmas kit?
It's her storyteller for December.
Oh, how did I miss that?
She
I'm
snuck it
telling you.
in. She snuck it in Thanksgiving week. I think that's why it maybe didn't.
Oh, see, I just blame everything on school.
Just school. Just school.
Just school. Well, so this is technically next week is the last week, but since most of it can be done, like as much as I can get done this week is I'm trying to do this week.
Right.
So like I've just had my head buried in school, so I've missed anything. I'm like, oh, that's really cute. When did that go in this store?
I can't look. I can't look.
Yeah, look. No, I told myself if I worked hard today, I was going to reward myself with scrapping later.
Ooh,
So that's my
nice.
goal. Yep.
Nice.
And I worked hard. I wrote like four little. I love that they call them essays. It kind of makes me giggle because they're like 250 to 300 words. Like, that is not an essay.
You're like, that is
Honestly,
not.
that
That is
is not an essay.
not what.
Especially when in English I was writing, I had to write I think it ended up being like a 2,000 word essay. So she is shooting from the hip, Sharon. Occasionally, well, typically anymore, you do plan which photos you want to use, sort of.
Right.
You kind of know what theme you want to go for, but other than that, she just goes as she goes.
I'm just I'm just pretending y'all are like here and we're having a scrap night. And I'm just
So, Kat, that's where you say, now don't you think I need them? And you go by, right? Because you have permission now. If your husband thought they were adorable.
yeah.
I like
Okay.
that word, Bev. Quick rights. That's really what it should be.
Do, 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 do.
And Sharon, since it's your first time, just so you know, if there's anything you see her doing, you're like, wait, how did she do that? Just say so, and she'll back up and show you how she did it. Kind of slow-mo going on.
Yes, I will.
How'd you cut the photo down behind the little frame? See? I just knew she had a question.
You just knew. Okay.
I just
So
knew.
I clicked on the photo above because I'm just gonna kind of zoom in on some details in the photo. So I just alt clicked and drug it down and stuck it underneath the frame and kind of positioned it where I wanted it. And then I chose the lasso tool, the poly lasso tool. And then I just clicked on each corner just to make a little square so that I didn't have to worry about having to rotate or anything. And then I just use that Control J again, and there you have it. There it
She
is.
says that's how she does it too.
Ah, ha ha.
I've never done it with the polygon tool. That makes a lot of sense.
And that way there's no having to change anything.
Yeah, I've
Rotate
done
or
it with the rectangle select and then gone in and added the extra couple pixels or whatever. The other weird way you can do it.
yes.
That looks much easier. So do you have zero sweeteners that you're using right now then, Sharon? Correct. See, I couldn't do that because I can't give up honey. I could give up a lot of other things, but I'd have a hard time giving up honey.
Yeah.
She says it's hard, but getting easier. Oh, I like the paint that you're adding. Just this touch.
Just a little bit.
See, sweets aren't my downfall as much. Like, I do eat them, but it's more chips. There's something about the crunch that I like.
Oh yeah, I'm a total chipaholic. It's
Yes,
crazy.
Control J works in PSE, Bev.
Yeah, I didn't have to change that particular shortcut at any rate.
Nope. Well, and then, okay, oh my gosh, they changed a couple things in the latest update,
Yeah.
and it's driving me nuts.
Yes. Are
Like,
you talking about
I'm just
the
now
transform?
getting used to. Yes. But here's the hard part, okay? So in my class where I've had to use InDesign and Illustrator
Uh-huh.
and Photoshop, okay? Those two, you have to hold the shift to transform. It's only Photoshop you don't have to hold the shift to transform.
Well, actually,
So I have to stop and go, wait, which program am I in?
actually, you do still have to use Shift to transform if you pull your items in as smart objects, because right now I'm transforming and I'm not holding the Shift.
Okay, so then for some reason mine don't do that.
But if
Maybe I'm
it's
just not pulling them in as smart objects.
but if it's like my photos when I pulled them in earlier, um,
Mm-hmm.
I had to stop using the Shift. I don't know, it's very
Yeah.
bizarre. It's like, and I keep forgetting which one to use. It is driving me nuts.
Yeah.
It is.
Sharon, it's taken me all month, but I do like it. And I think I like it because it's like PSE. And I was so used to not having to do it in PSE that it took me forever to learn to do it in CC.
Yeah.
And now it's nice that I don't have to do it again.
You're like, what?
But I love that is it Control G now? No, there's a different one that's the same as it is in Photoshop now, in Elements. So I haven't had to change my shortcuts, but now I can't think of what it is.
I don't remember.
How are you liking PSC, Bev? I know you're still learning. Aw, she loves it. Now you switched from Artesian?
Artisana.
Artisan. Oh, whatever. Artesian.
Yep.
If you go to a fancy cook place, it's Artesian.
The artesian well.
Sharon
Every
says she
time you
can't
say it,
figure
I
out.
say, no, she came away from the artesian well. Why do I want to say that? Why do I want to put well after it?
And she always writes artisan too, so I'll say it right, and I never do. The new frame feature. Oh, the X thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, Sharon. I haven't figured out how to use it either. Maybe Cheryl knows.
The new what?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's your sixth thing down on the left on your tools. It's the rectangle with the X through it. Cheryl's like, what? I haven't even touched this. Like, in theory, I think it would be really cool, but in actuality, I haven't figured out how to use it.
I guess. Okay, so
I've
let's
thought
see.
about trying to use it for paper.
Okay, so all right, I got my picture there. Okay, let me go over here and grab me a little picture.
You didn't even notice it was there, did you?
No. I mean,
I clicked on it by accident one day.
Okay. Let's just grab.
Lisa says she didn't either.
Okay, so what happens when I just drag that in? Oh, nice. So then it just goes into that space.
And is it pulling it in as a smart object still?
Looks like it.
So it's just changing one of the dimensions to fit whatever the smaller part is?
No, it's just cropping it. I mean, you can't see the crop. So I'm thinking what the benefit of that would be is if, say, you wanted to move it, you wouldn't have to commit to a crop. Say you wanted, see, there we go again. Yeah, there we go. Say you really zoomed in. And then you decided after you did a bunch of other things, no, I really don't want to do that. Well, normally you'd have to pull in the photo again. Well, this way you wouldn't have to. Right?
Yeah. Instead of making a clipping mask, maybe.
I don't know what the benefit, I don't see why this is, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
So I thought about using it with my papers, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to set up my papers to look like this, but I haven't committed to which paper I want to go where.
Right.
And so now that you've shown me that, maybe that would be a good way of doing it.
Right.
Rather than doing the rectangle control, all of that, and then deciding, oh, wait, I don't want that paper, I want a different paper. Just using the frame, because then I could just replace it, right?
Yeah.
What happened to the brush panel? I thought the brush panel was still there.
The brush panel is here.
Lisa says the brush panel's missing. Oh, it just looks all different.
It's there, your brush tool? Or are you talking about this whole panel here?
Because that looks different than it used to.
Yeah.
But it's still fairly similar. I don't know. Yeah. The drop down from the top
Oh, yeah, it's different.
Oh, it's been that way for a while.
It, to me, it's different, but
Okay, it's not different for me. It's been like that for a while for me. Because I noticed it when I added in some of the special brushes you get for free from What's His Face.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
When I added those in, my panel changed to that.
gotcha.
Which is, it's actually kind of nice because I wish that I could do it with my styles and have them all in little folders like that. It'd be nice.
Right?
Hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Bev says she scraps with shapes and then clips stuff to them. Watch out, Bev. We're going to have you wanting CC without before you know it.
Yeah. I'll be like, I need that.
Hey, random question, Bev. Does Artisan do gradients on photos? Bev says if she gets a new computer, she'll have to go to CC. I'm wondering why she has to. Gradient, not radiant. Radiant. I'm sorry. I read Charlotte's Web 2 recently, so I'm like, radiant? That's a pig. What do you mean?
a, a pig. That's a
It's a
pig.
pig.
It's a pig.
Oh my gosh. See what happens when you read the classics?
That cracking me up.
Oh my goodness, some days. But I want to know why if you get a new computer, you'll have to go to CC. Oh, that's cool. You can add as many colors as you want. Sweet.
I would think she would have to because the computer will just be demanding it.
Oh, because she has Lightroom 5.7.
Ah.
Ah.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's tuck that little sucker underneath here.
So I'm wondering what the biggest things are between 5.7 and now. Like, I wonder what things, because I know it has the face find, but I don't use that because it just seems to take up too much time.
I don't know. I haven't. It's like every, it feels like those changes, the updates that came, everything, I was not at the spot where I could examine them, and then it just seems like everything else has been on fast forward since then. And I'm like, wow.
Mm,
Wow.
yeah, that's true. Sharon says gold to go with the wall and the photos. Is that why you're adding the little touches of gold and yellow? Oh, I like your touches of gold to go in the wall and the photos. It helps if I read the whole thing. I'm like, wait, what? I missed something
Wait,
there.
what is she saying? What she had said was, yes, well, not just in the photos, but when I added some of my paints, there was the gold here and here. So, and then there's some here and there. So I just felt like I had to kind of, but there's some gold that I was kind of stymied there for a second because I was looking at some gold um, snowflakes as well as these gold leaves right here. And I was like, how did she know I was looking at gold leaves? Am I sharing my screen?
That's funny. You know, you could still buy Lightroom Standalone 6. It doesn't get updated, so it's kind of like meh, but you can still buy it in case you wondered. I know it's like a hidden link somewhere, but I found it a couple of times for people. Oh, I think gold totally sounded closest. That worked. Pev wants to know if you're going to put something on the white label or leave it blank.
That is going to be where I'm going to put my little journaling. My wee little bit
Ooh.
of journaling.
I put dates on them. I put journaling on them. Sometimes I leave them blank. Sometimes I use them to frame other pieces of word art just to
Yeah.
give it like a background and help it pop open. She said she never knows what to do with them, so I was trying to think of all the things I do with them.
Oh, I love labels.
You do.
I have a thing for labels. Yes, I do.
I
I
have a
admit
thing
it.
for labels.
I just
I
have a
love it.
thing for like
I have
office
a thing for
supplies in
labels.
general. I cannot control myself.
Oh, this is me. Not as much with scrapping, but yeah, I have a thing for office supplies. That's true.
Okay, so I'm going to use this label that says epic fail, but I'm only going to peek it out far
Ooh.
enough so that it says epic. Ha!
Tricky, tricky.
Tricky, tricky Cheryl. Oh, this is great. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yep, nailed it.
And the funny thing is, nailed it could go either way.
Yep,
Like you could totally put it on an epic fail or an epic success.
I'm gonna go with success because
I like
we
it.
really did like it. I'll zoom in here so you can see we had our little things here, and I'm gonna do some changes this year. I think I don't know that I'm gonna put those over there. The little vintage ornaments.
Mm.
I don't know. I have a different cake stand this year too, so I think I'll probably change it up. Oh, that looks so cute. You know what though?
I like it.
I like it a lot. I think I need just a hoo-hoo of red. Yes?
Okay.
Yes, I think I need just a hoo-hoo.
A hoo-hoo, huh?
A hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Sorry.
I was just like, I don't know that I've heard that term before. Sharon agrees. Bev
Hoo-hoo.
agrees.
Yep.
I agree.
All
A little
right.
bit of red.
A little bit.
Just a touch.
Just a
A
touch.
smidge.
A
An inkling.
smidge. A wee bit. Wee tiny bit. Let's see here what we can find.
Let's guess where she's putting it, Bev says. Under the newspaper flower.
Mm, well, I feel like I need to add in this because
Aww.
it
Ooh,
is
down by sweet. Mm.
it is a candy cane, but I really need to make it smaller. There we go. And mm,
It's like, did you duplicate it or did you just...
yeah, I duplicated it. It's gonna
Ah. Oh, you're going to make a cute little element. Look at
make the
that.
heart. No, I'm just gonna kind of stick them next to each other, and then maybe put something on top of it. I think this little heart needs to go on here too, because it's so cute.
It is cute.
And we'll put there and move that over there. Yes. And let's see what else we can find. Those are from the Delights of December felt bits by NBK from the
Mm.
Document Your December, the 'Tis the Season collection. So if you're looking for that, and ooh, then these are some little Christmas story words. So I think I'm going to slide this in here. You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't
Oh
like it.
no.
How about this one? Ho ho
Why don't you
ho.
like it?
I didn't like the color. I had a gray tint to the white.
No, CC is not putting drop shadows on everything automatically. That would
be me.
Well, I was gonna say that would be frustrating, I think. At first I was like, that'd be cool, and then I was like, no, because no, that'd be frustrating because then you'd have to take off what they put on and put on your own, and yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna
Are
move
you using a
sweet.
shortcut?
No.
Apparently, you're just moving so fast that none of us are seeing you actually touch the shadow box.
Oh, sorry. No, I usually flip up there. Like I'll pull something in. There it is. And then I'll add the shadow.
She's just a fast shadower.
I'm a
Did you guys see it
flash.
that time?
Did you see it? Here it is.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Did you see it? Did you see it? Here's another one.
She is
A
a
little
fast
thicker.
scrapper, that's true.
There's that. And then I click on what I want and it's shadowed. I guess I've been doing
All
it for
right.
so long now.
So, Sharon, I think you were right. She did put something down by the sweet, but then she moved the sweet. Like, that's almost cheating?
Yep. I did move the sweet. That is true. I did do that. Let's see. Well, I wanted that to go together, but it's not fitting right. You know what I'm saying?
You need it to be the opposite, holiday sweets.
Holiday sweet. There we go. Okay, so then I will grab this S right here, use my little Control J, and pop that down there. Make sure that they are lined up on the bottom. Merge them together and make them a wee bit smaller. Just a
Then
wee
they
bit.
fit, right?
Yep.
Oh, Bev, I love Control J. It's one of my favorite shortcuts.
Oops.
Except when I use it on my background papers, which I often do.
Holidays. Let's do a little sticker on that. Okay.
Oh, I like it.
Okay. Holiday sweets. Thank you. I like that title. All right.
Well, and then because I liked them together too, but you were right. Like the L and the D, and they were so pretty, but they weren't working right.
No, they were not.
So I do like it.
All right. So I'm going to close that out.
And you showed, hey, if word art's not working for you, look what you can do to make it work for you.
I made it work for me. I did. All right. Let's see. Let's do some custom shadows, shall we? Yeah, because it's already a quarter till, so I don't have time enough to start another one. So I'll just do some little shadowing, shadowing. All right. You got really quiet.
We're watching you.
Oh, okay.
We're just watching the custom shadows.
I was like, uh-oh, did something go wrong? I'm
No,
sorry.
sorry.
No, that's okay. I just was like, uh-oh, I think I died.
So, for those of you who haven't been here before, just so you know, does she custom shadow everything? No, that
No.
would take too much time. So she just does the things that are going to make the most impact. And it gives the appearance that the whole thing has had that done to it, which is pretty cool.
I love it. Courtney's like, I have heard this enough now. I'm gonna.
Well, no, I just, so you didn't think
It's
we
a little.
disappeared.
Well, it's true. I think I say it almost every time. No,
If you don't, I do.
right.
Ooh, Sharon says she does it so often she made a keyboard shortcut to bring up transform warp.
Ooh.
Huh. See, I cheat. Cheryl made an action and I just use it.
Yep. I use it right there.
So, yep.
And then
I do like
sometimes
that though.
I'd use the little nudge, which I'm fixing to use that here now because I just
So
want
something I keep wanting to do though is make a keyboard shortcut for separate layers. And I don't know if you can or not. Like I have to go
separate
in and look
separate
so that
layers.
you don't have to right click and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
yep. Keyboard shortcuts are faster than actions quite often. But even better is when you combine the two. That's my secret fast scrap tip for the night. I hit F2 and my layout saves a JPEG at full size and saves a print for, or saves a save for web at full size.
Yeah, like I do have oh
Separate layers where she right clicks and chooses what is
uh
the word that it is?
I click on the FX and choose create layer
Create layer. Yep. So that the shadow is separate from the thing, from the item, the
from the
element.
item. Yeah, from the object. And
Oh,
then
good, you got me.
from that point, I'll just do
Yeah, but wouldn't it be awesome if you could just like click on it and have hit control something or other,
right.
control 5, I don't know, and have it just separate for you so you didn't have to right click and pick it, right click and pick it?
Yes.
See, one of these days, these are things I'm going to do.
Yeah. I'm like,
But
oh
again, one of
yes,
these days.
it will happen. It will.
We'll see. I have a list that I've started of things I'm going to do on my little break before next semester. And unfortunately, it keeps getting longer, not shorter.
So how long is your break?
Till January 7th.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. When does your break start?
As soon as I get my stuff done.
As soon as I get my stuff done.
I have two discussions. Technically, all of my stuff is due next week.
Yeah.
By most of it is by Wednesday. So technically the 19th. However, depending on how good my classmates are at freaking getting their discussion posts up, my hope is to be done this week and not
Ah,
have anything left, except I have a final that doesn't open until Monday. So I literally can't take it till Monday.
right.
But, ooh. I'm actually a student and I homeschool, Sharon. So I go to school plus teach my kid. And he's done school he's done for his break next Thursday. Yeah, some days that's what I say too. What am I doing?
Well, she's
So
trying to
Lisa
do it
created,
all.
oh yeah. Lisa created an action to separate the shadow, apply the wave filter, and then she put the actions panel on button mode, so it's a single click. Wait, what do you mean you put the actions panel on button mode? This sounds like something I need to know. Because that just sounds cool. Do you know of this, Cheryl?
No.
You've been
I
withholding
came
something to
over to
me?
read what she wrote on the menu and
On the menu
action
and the action panel.
button mode. What?
Mind blown. Dude! So if you just
What?
click it, it goes?
Yeah. And I unclick it
And you
and it
can
goes
color
back.
code them.
Can
What?
you?
Cheryl's
Oh,
are like auto color coded. How did she do that?
oh,
Dude, look, we learned something. I almost always learn something
what?
from these things. But this is really cool. Sharon uses button mode too. Dude, I needed this in my life.
Oh boy.
Oh, fun.
Boy, oh
Oh,
boy, oh boy.
fun. Oh, I'm excited. I want to play with that.
Oh. Oh,
So how do
yeah.
you change the colors?
Let's see. I'm looking to see.
And while you type that, I have to say you're an all-star, Sharon. You homeschooled 3 kids before there was any support for homeschooling. That's just, yeah. I need.
Action options. Okay, we got button
Action.
mode, allow tool recording, clear all
Well, you
actions,
have an
reset.
action options. It's above allow tool recording.
Oh, there it is.
It's
Well,
just
maybe
grayed out.
if I did one. Oh, no,
She
I
says
don't
you
want to
might
do
have
it.
to go out of the button mode to change the color. And you can also add it. I've seen it when you create an action that you can add the color. I just have never used it and didn't know why.
Okay, let's see.
All right, so undo button mode,
All right, and then let's go
action options, up,
up, up, up,
up,
up,
up,
up.
up, stop,
There we go.
color. Oh,
Oh,
fun.
yay! Violet. Okay, let's get back to button mode. Yeehaw!
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, yes. Then I can. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, exactly. Oh, fun. I'm so glad you guys shared that button mode thing.
Yes.
I wish Bridge had color options and keywords. That's what I love about Lightroom is the colors. They make me happy.
Wow. Well, thank you, Lisa.
Didn't you know that Lightroom has colors?
Yeah.
I color code my pictures. Like when I've scrapped them, I paint them
Yep.
purple so that I
Hang
know I
on.
scrapped them.
I'm going to close this and we have to go over and show
She'll
her
show you the colors for it.
because
You need to find that.
you'll be as excited as we were.
It's the little things.
It is.
Lisa says we're welcome.
Okay. So, you're looking
Oh.
at,
She said she thought we met in the filing section.
oh, well, man,
Sorry.
I thought I was going to make you really happy.
Yep.
No, I don't know of any way to do it over here.
As opposed to add color label.
Uh, I guess it will do it there. Just that little tiny itty bitty piece.
Yeah, it doesn't make it super big, but it does add it there. Because you can do that if you finish
Yeah,
that
you could
folder and you don't need to scrap anything else there.
yeah. So, like, say I wanted to make it red, or if I needed to make sure, but it doesn't do the
I've
fun.
done that before when Lightroom is like, hey, I'm missing these photos. And I'm like, what do you mean you're missing those photos? Where did they go? So I'll mark them red so that I remember to go and look and figure out where that folder went.
Yes.
That's how I knew. You can put a color on the left, but it's not as pretty as the other.
No, it's not a full color button.
Yeah, it's not.
It wasn't as pretty as Lisa's reveal. I feel like
Nope.
I have gypped y'all somehow. That
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry about that.
yeah, uh, yeah.
Cheryl did a free class in TLP. Have you seen that? Sharon? I mean, it's more the basics, but yeah, on Lightroom.
Mhm.
It's kind of like going over, I don't know, it's like sitting down with her and saying, okay, teach me this tool. And she just goes over like how she uses it and stuff.
It's
And
very
obviously,
casual, and does it cover syncing with mobile? Did we cover that?
I don't
I really need to
remember.
watch them again, and I should have done
And
it when we
update
did it.
them.
Yeah, like tab bullet points of everything that we cover, because sometimes we kind of skipped around. Um,
Yeah.
because I don't.
Well, and also it was from 2016, so there's a couple things that have changed too.
Yeah, but I didn't. I
What's
didn't.
your question on syncing with mobile?
I don't think I did
Out
that
of
then.
curiosity.
Sharon, I am with
Because
you.
mine just syncs. And I don't know how or why, or I just know I can pause it and make it do it. I have a bunch of photos synced. Oh, remove them from your phone and not lose them from the desktop. I don't know okay, so I can't
Okay.
answer that because what I did is I turned around and sent them from Lightroom to Dropbox so that they had the copy on my computer the same as my other phone photos. So because of that, I can't answer what happens if you delete
But
them.
you know what? I will research this. Mobile to Lightroom syncing and Lisa. And then you just want to make sure um, if you delete from mobile that it doesn't delete from Lightroom and or your desktop.
I wonder if it's stored in the Adobe Cloud because everybody has a certain amount of storage. You just have more if you're on the CC. No, if you're on the, yeah, CC rather than Classic.
See, I chose to stay with classic.
Ooh. If you right click on it, Lisa, does it tell you where it's being stored? Because it should. Is it a right click or you tell it to go to your folder? Go to folder or go to right click on not on a folder but on a picture itself.
Okay.
And then you should have go to folder in show and explorer. Is that the right one? Show and explorer. And it should open the folder on your computer where they are being stored. So if you do that, are they in a folder on your actual computer?
They are
Because
in the
that
mobile.
means you have a copy of them, so they should stay even though they're not on your phone. Some are.
I think she's gonna have to move them out of her mobile folder
Yeah. Well,
because
see, but see, that's where I go. But if they're on the mobile folder, if they're on your desktop, would Adobe then delete it from your desktop, do you think? Hmm.
I think the mobile folder is a syncable cloud option, and so I
Mm.
think it's just like Dropbox.
So add the
But
mobile folder and then move them from there into the yearly folders might be the best option.
yes, that's what I think.
No, I think you're right too. I
But
honestly, that's why I did it the
that's a
Dropbox way because I was worried about it being somewhere I couldn't access.
that's just a guess from me, just knowing a, the little bit I do about Lightroom and how it works. That's my guess, but I will research it and let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Bev has a good idea too. If you do a move or copy, so a copy goes to your computer, but it doesn't do that when you sync. Like when you sync with the Lightroom app, it doesn't, well, it hasn't given me that option, but I haven't done it for a little while.
Yeah, yeah, I would want to know the right process because
Yeah.
if you've ever lost photos, that sinking, sick feeling, yeah, I totally get that.
That sinking feeling.
It is. It's like, wait, it's like somebody just ripped something away from you.
It's so true.
It is so true. Um, Okay, does anybody else have any other questions? I already have one I'm researching for Lisa. Does anybody else have any others they want me to research? Bev is typing. Oh,
I know. I
she
see
must
that.
know something or she's gonna ask something.
Or ask
Da,
something, yep.
da, 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 da. Oh, she's letting us know about Artisan Gradients.
Yes, she did send me a PM, a very good PM. Like screenshots and everything. See,
That's
ask a simple
because
question and get an in-depth answer.
that's because
I
Bev
love it.
is awesome. Oh, I'm so
She
glad I
is.
opened up this folder too, because this will remind me how I put out my direct decorations last year, and then I can. Um, oh my goodness, though. Hello, is that not the cutest? You'll have to see
That's
the cat.
adorable.
She's like, Mom, is this box just for me? It is just for me. So, yeah, okay. This helps then. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, Hollybell, she loves boxes clearly, but just a, she's a sweet kitty. Sweet kitty.
She is a sweet kitty.
What is it about a box? I don't know, but she will try to get in the tiniest ones.
The tiniest of tiniest.
Oh yeah, Sharon, I love to do that because then I can see what I've scrapped, and then I actually have, and we've talked about this before, but it bears repeating. Yes, I have
Hmm.
a folder, an Excel sheet in my layouts folder, and so it has the date and then what event happened, and then if I scrap a page, then I know that I'm done with that particular event. So uh, Olivia relaxing at home was one of these. So I know that part's done, but I still have to do Olivia and Daniel hanging out in her bed and then cookie making at my mom's with lunch. So, yeah.
Sharon says you are way organized, and Lisa says her Gabby does that, and she is a big girl. My cat used to find anything that was up high enough that the little kid couldn't get her at the time.
Yeah,
So it didn't matter if it was a box or something else.
yeah, there's another box. There it is, right there. She's
Like
looking up from
boxes,
that
boxes, boxes.
box. I'm sure she's in another box somewhere on this spreadsheet, but I don't see one right now. But yeah, I was looking at this though, and I'd forgotten that we did this last year at my dad's. Um,
Ah.
we played the game where you try to open a gift with your oven mitts on and a timer. Have you heard of this game? It's one.
Yes.
It's,
Only because you told me about it.
there was
Otherwise, I hadn't heard
there
of it.
was lots of screaming and yelling and um my sister's boyfriend's little boy, he's 11. I was like, he wouldn't hand over the oven mitts when the timer went off, and I was after him. I was like, it's my turn. Something primal just comes out in you. Give me the mitts. It's my turn. Uh, there was no candies in it, Bev. There was cold hard cash.
Which would be why Cheryl's side came out.
Honestly, I did not know until it was over what was in it.
Sure, you didn't. Sure.
But I was very happy to have that $50. It's like, woohoo, another Christmas present for me. Yeah. What did we do? I think we had to play uh, for doubles on the dice. I think. Oh, I can't remember now, but
Ooh.
I laughed so hard. It was nuts. I don't know that we'll do that again this year.
This year it'll be something random and everybody will be like, "What? I was expecting $50."
Yes. But my stepmom, I think she must have used packing tape on that package. There
I think
was
it's
no,
awesome.
yeah, there was no going back from that. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for joining us. And, um, do keep an eye out for the specials, um, the December specials that are happening each week. Um, the
Is it each week or each day?
It's not every day, is it? I don't think it's
I don't
every
think it's
single day.
every day, but I don't think it's every week.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 times a week. 3 times a week. Um, and then the end of the month will be December designer specials. So that's when we get to pick things that we want to be on sale and for how much. And that's always fun. Um,
And of course, you know, you can register for month of challenges in January.
yes, you should do that if you
I'm
haven't
so
already.
excited.
I know.
It's my favorite time of the year.
And I'll be with Courtney every Monday night in January to scrap.
Scrap and
Uh,
chat.
yeah, scrap and chat, and I'll do like I did last year, where I choose a challenge from the week and scrap it. Um,
And you can bring any questions you have, and sometimes we can help you get through if you're stuck on one of your challenges you're trying to
yeah,
do. We had that last year. We were able to help a couple people who were stuck.
yeah, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you're registered, and like Lisa says, get organized because we have so much time at this
I
particular
know.
season of the year. Time is just all around us, and
Well,
we
that's
have
what you're
nothing
supposed
else
to
to
do
do.
from
Yeah,
the 26th until the 31st is to
that's right.
organize, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know I'm not putting up my Christmas decorations then, because they will have only been out for 2 weeks at that point. I think I'm gonna wait till January to take the decorations down. I
Yeah.
don't know. They may come down
We'll
earlier
see.
this year.
We'll see how much more goes up.
Right.
I mean, I eventually I have to clear my table off because we really can't eat on it right now because of all the decoration.
Ditto.
We
Oh,
can only eat on half of it.
oh God, Sharon, I know that feeling. Don't you just love it? Bye.
Bye.
When they're hovering, it's like, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
disturbance in the force. You just know. All right, ladies, y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next month. Happy
See you next
holidays,
month.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Bye.
Enjoy your families.